Sorry, Alice. I just can't stay away. I can't stay away, girl. I just can't. It's like I'm drawn to you. You and a demon. Hey everyone, it's the Buttermine Car. Welcome to another video. And yes, we have returned once again for a third time. Well, wait, yeah, a third time to the Chapter 5 reveal trailer. Because a lot more stuff that has I have found out since. Now, he's most definitely not going to see it, obviously. But shout out to the YouTuber Marzu. I don't know if you guys know about him, but he's like this dude. He like does stuff with Five Nights at Anime. He created the Five Nights at Anime 3 and 1 and 2 and stuff like that. No, he does a whole bunch of stuff. He's pretty cool. So go check him out. But anyways, stuff I have found out thanks to him. And part of it isn't even in this trailer. It's actually elsewhere. But before we get to that, let's get into this, okay? So, one of the first things here. Of course, you all see that smoke in the background. Very serious. But Marcy realized that, look, at first it looks like smoke, but then, oddly, it seems turned into a Boris-like figure. Like, seriously, that looks almost like Boris. Almost exactly like. Anyway, for some reason, it kind of looks like Henry to Bendy, to me. Like, Bendy was like the horn, like the little dip in the middle and stuff like that. But mainly, it looks like Boris. Now, that may just be some kind of coincidence, but, with games like Bendy or Hello Neighbor or stuff like that, you always gotta take things, even if they seem completely far-fetched. Not too far-fetched, but just, basic far-fetched into consideration. Of course, we have the audio from Joey Drew about, belief can be powerful, blah, blah, belief, cheat to itself. We've always seen that. One thing that Marzu also helped me realize is that all these handprints, I'm starting to think that it was probably something else is making these. Either that or is definitely the ink people saying. Because, also, we see, of course, the majority of these papers have prints with four fingers, which is obvious. Obvious because, everybody in the studio, who's inside the studio, is not like a cartoon ink monster, and they all have four fingers now instead of five. And some probably none at all. I don't know. I haven't seen we don't. I mean, seriously, you probably just scratched this. We just broke the surface with the ink people, or as their, I believe their official name is the Lost Ones. Yeah. That's also one thing. But when you look at some of them, like this, Just a second. Like this one right here. See where it touches? Okay. Like it has only 3. Maybe that's just a thing with some of the lost ones. I don't know. Maybe, but it's probably. But you know, of course, like I said, you have to take a lot of things into consideration with games like this. Once again, we have this thing that actually says not monsters. So like they're trying to tell you, we're not monsters. We're real people. We just want to be free or something like that. One thing I didn't realize that this thing right here, it's actually about which. Okay, sorry, that was my mom. Anyways, that's a this thing right here is actually a boat, which I didn't realize. Also, looking into the background now, I don't know if you can see it. I can't brighten the screen, unfortunately. I don't know how to do that. But if you peer really closely to the background, into the darkness, you can see that there's like some kind of pillar or something. Probably mean that we're in some kind of some important area, fancy or something area of the city, or maybe like a cavern or something. I don't know. Oh, well, you get what I mean. Well, technically, we haven't exactly been in a cavern yet. Also, once again, we have the shadow and the Butcher Gang member, which I also just realized, are his arms okay? Because it doesn't seem like his arms are like the others. Like, isn't the left one like shorter or something? I don't know. Also, one other thing I realized thanks to Marzu, apparently there might be. He didn't say there definitely is going to be, but there might be different Indian Bendis, like not just the one who, not just one, but multiple. Like I don't know an exact number, but there may be multiple. Because if you remember, Bendy, for some reason, throughout chapters has looked different. Not much different, but more different. But just a little bit different. Like obviously you have the beta version, which is obviously not most likely not going to be a whole thing because you know that was the beta version. But then the other chapters, Bendy seems different. We have wait, just 1 second. Okay, so this is on Marisu's video. As you can see, Bendy has gone through some changes. We have the beta version, like I said, which you know that we're going to ignore him because you know probably that Bendy isn't going to be presented anyway because you know he's from the beta version. But as you can see, the chapter 2 and 3 and chapter 4 bendies are different But like chapter 2 and 3 Bendy looks a lot more like drippy, oozy, kinda. Like more inky like. That sort of thing. And also, a little bit of his face seems to be a bit uncovered, but, that's probably nothing. He also is a lot thicker. And no, I'm not talking about his butt. No, his body looks a lot thicker than the chapter 4 Bendy. Like, a lot more ink has been added onto his body. And, a lot more ink is on. And, like his glove is absolutely covered in the stuff. And then we look at chapter 4 Bendy, he's more like, I don't really know what you would call how his texture. It's more like I guess it kind of looks, I guess, like a sponge, kind of, maybe like a spongy clay or something like that. Kind of like spongy, like clay kind of type thing. There was a lot more texture and whatnot. It isn't just like oozy and smooth and stuff like that. Like chapter 2 and 3 Bendy. It looks a lot. It looks like it like, just look at him. It looks like his body's all like rough and whatnot. And his glove seems to be a lot like in a lighter color than his bow tie. His gloves seem to be like a lighter color than the chapter 2 and 3. Yeah, but the main part is that he looks more like more. Just look at him. He seems more like rough. Like his body's all, rough. It probably like, I don't know, do a lot of friction burn on you, or something like that. Just by rubbing your hand really fast on his body. That's so. Possibly there are more versions of the Ink Demon Bendy. Now we're gonna go back to the reveal trailer. Okay, now we're back in the wait a minute. I just noticed something else. Isn't like the light behind Ink Demon Bendy. It looks like, I don't know. Like, it looks kind of like, I don't know, like ice cream cones or something like that, or yogurt cups. Was the yogurt in them or something like that? I don't know if you guys can see that. I just noticed that. I don't know what that is. That is weird. So we found the discovery on our own. Okay. Pretty cool. I don't know what that could be. Seriously, I'm now just noticing it. It's like Sugar Conway with the Splatoon startup screen. Wait for Splatoon 1. Anyways, let's keep going.
Looks like we're in for a fight.
And of course, here we have
Here they come!
like the scene with Alice fighting the lost ones. Now, it seems like is that they have some kind of hatred towards angels. If we look back to chapter 4, in the room where we see a whole bunch of them after encountering the one up on the balcony near where the elevator crashed or something. I can't remember at what point it was. I'm most likely wrong on the positioning of where it was, but on the balcony we could see it's like after the point where we see one on like a balcony above. He says something, says a little line. I can't remember some of it, but I do remember him saying, "When do we go home?" or "When can we go home?" Something like that. After that, I believe we enter a room full of them. I don't even remember if it's because it's been a bit since I seen chapter 4. Yeah, and near the point where we enter the vents before getting surprised by Ink Demon Bendy. Before we enter the vents, we can see above a whole bunch of writing in ink of the saying some stuff like "no angels allowed" and stuff like that. So they seem to be against angels, which possibly has to do with the fact why they're attacking Allison here, and they possibly did something with evil Alice's corpse. I don't know what they could have done. Maybe they realize they think that she's actually a good angel, but they still don't like angels, which is why they still go after Allison or something like that. Yeah. Also,
Looks like we're in for a fight.
I'm gonna try and slow it down here. Okay, I got it. I perfectly got it. Yes. So if we look over here, right here, see where my cursor is? We can see that one of them. Also, I can't tell if I'm right on this, but are these two fused together? I really don't know. But anyways, like I was saying, we see over here, down here, we can see that one of them, or the one that looks like is being fused together. If they're not fused together, one of them is holding a wrench. I don't know. That sticks out to me a little bit. Like, it probably has nothing to do. He probably just found it, is using it as a weapon. But like I said, you never know. You never know. Gotta take things into consideration. And of course, we have her saying, "Henry," and then that's it. There's nothing else except that old-timey whistling. Yeah. That's it. Now, we're running out of a bit of time, so I'm glad to do it in the next video. Next time, we're going to be checking out another thing that surprisingly came early. And yes, it very much has to do with chapter 5. So, see you guys Like, when this uploads, I can make a whole new another thing on it.